This is Adam from Canto Product Reviews coming to you today with SEO Catalyst. Very cool new product that I've just purchased. First things first, it is created by John Gibbs, I believe the last name is Gibbs, and Mo Mia. Something about Mo Mia that you should know is that he is also the mastermind behind SEO Zen. May have heard of that, probably have heard of that if you've been in internet marketing for, I don't know, 2 years or more, only because it's one of the best-selling products in JVZoo history, and for good reason. Basically, it would automate the process of building silo websites, which were really hot, especially last year. They're still really good for ranking, but we don't see as many silo-related products as we did, I would say, early last year and the year before. But we're still all about automation, and that's where SEO Catalyst comes into play. The reason that I'm very excited about this product for my own business is because just a little personal thing here. I run a PBN. I do that because it has really helped me rank a lot of web properties. However, I find that each domain in a PBN is an individual website, and you need to look at it as such, or you would get de-indexed quite possibly. So the problem with that is, we're already trying to spend time maintaining our money sites and the sites that we're trying to make money directly from, and we don't really have time to schedule out posts for our PBN domains unless we have enough money to really outsource that to other freelancers and article writers and what have you. So SEO Catalyst actually allows you to automate the entire process of building a website. So for instance, if you have a PBN domain like myself and it has nothing on it, you can define the niche for that PBN domain. You can find articles using SEO Catalyst. You define your anchor text. You can schedule several posts and have them scheduled, let's say, for a year's time. And just like that, your PBN domain is set up to be regularly updated for the next year. And the value in that speaks for itself. So, that's about as much as I'm going to say about the benefit of SEO Catalyst. As far as this, what I'm doing here today is I'm doing a product demo. So this is the first thing I've seen. This is the first time I've used SEO Catalyst. So after purchasing the product, I was taken here and I purchased the 2 upsells as well, PBN Catalyst and NSF Mastermind. And I'll tell you why I did that. For starters, this is the sales funnel here. I got this from their JV page. SEO Catalyst plugin and the web app is the main, the front end product. PBN Catalyst is the first upsell that costs $67. It's a comprehensive, simple, step-by-step video training that teaches you how to rank websites at will. Those are their words, regardless of experience level. So it's good if you're a beginner. It's good if you're advanced or anywhere in between. As someone, PBN is a big part of my business, so as someone who places a strong emphasis on PBN, which by the way stands for Private Blog Networks, I wanted to check out PBN Catalyst. The next upsell is NSF Mastermind, and that's a mastermind community based on Facebook, I believe. I haven't accessed it just yet. As I said, this is my first time getting into it all. That's $37 a month. My interest in that group is basically, it's based on the fact that you have, in the words here, our awesome group is full of the most helpful and best niche SEO players dedicated to help your customers grow and take their niche SEO to the next level. I like having access to people that have been there and done that. That's how I've gotten as far as I have in my business. And sorry about this pop-up, guys. Let's see if that'll get rid of it. Anyways, I like to have access to those people because I believe they're the best suited to answer my questions. And as I said, I believe they've kind of helped me get to where I am. And where I am today is I'm someone who's able to quit my day job that I had for 7 years, and now I do internet marketing full time. So I'm not like super advanced or anything like that, but I'm proud enough to say, I can say at least that I'm supporting myself as an internet marketer, and I have no need to pick up another side job or anything like that. So anyways, let's get into SEO Catalyst. What I'm going to be doing, I've kind of given myself step-by-step instructions so I can do this for the first time. If I have to pause at any point, I'll do that and come back. But let's see where this takes me for now. So the first thing we have to do is install SEO Catalyst, the WordPress plugin in WordPress. I have a test site that I often use, and you may have seen it in some of my other product demos. And what I've done there is I've installed SEO Catalyst and I've activated it, and that's as far as I've gotten so far. So after doing that, you go into your SEO Catalyst group through WordPress, and it gives you your information. Now what you need this for is you're going to plug it in to the web app, which is the next place we're going to. The web app is where we work our magic and basically schedule out posts for this domain or whatever we're going to do next. Basically, this key links the web app to the WordPress blog. So that's all that's for. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that, and I don't need to copy my URL because I already know it. And then let's see, that takes care of step 2. So next thing we have to do is log into my new SEO Catalyst account and add my domain to that account. So I'm going to pause for a moment because I have to enter sensitive login credentials. But basically I'm headed to the SEO Catalyst web app, and I'll see you from there. Alrighty, so I'm in the account right now. All I've done is logged in. From the login, this is exactly where I've been redirected to. So what I'm going to do next is add my domain to the web app and link them up basically. So I guess it's right in front of you. It's pretty straightforward. You're going to see your campaigns first, and there's a create button right there. So I would hit the create button, but a quick note, if at any time you get stuck, let's say, or you don't know what to do, I've noticed there's a convenient video help section on the left with access to videos about every single step of the process. So you will be able to see exactly how it's done. Several videos right here. Pretty comforting to know that with every single step in this process, they've got us covered. I like to see that, as a customer, as a consumer. So let's go back to our campaigns. We do not have any just yet. I'm going to create the first one. And we're going to give this the same. My title is going to be, let's use my URL, which is this URL of the WordPress site I just showed you. I'm going to create that. And from there we're in the edit campaign area, and I like how it shows you step by step what we have to do next. You can see there's basically a 9-step process. Give it the title, the article area, then the URL author, and so on. But basically you go from one step to the next. It's very streamlined, and let's see if we can get through this by simply following the instructions in front of us. Let's see. So it says in web app, click domains, create, and copy paste URL. So let's go to domains. This actually probably should have been the first step before campaigns, but I don't think it matters too much. But obviously, if you create a campaign without having any domain added to your members area, it's not going to have anywhere to post to. Your domains is where all of your work is going. That's where your everything you're doing in the campaigns, all the articles that you're scheduling and creating, those are being created to publish them to a domain that you've specified here or added. So once again, we create, and I'm going to give it the zerobest.com address, which is also going to be the URL. And then I've kept my passkey, so just copy and paste that over here and connect it. And we are connected just like that. As you can see, it has already pulled some information about my domain, which I think is really cool. I've read that this information is basically coming from, what was it? Majestic SEO, which is a backlink service you may or may not be familiar with. So as you can see, my domain, it's my guinea pig domain that I don't actually use for ranking, but has 11 backlinks, a citation flow of 15, a trust flow of 2. So we have officially added that, and we will be able to move on to the next step from here. Alright, so here's the deal. The next thing we want to do is go to our profile, set that up. Apparently, we go to our profile, we enter our iWriter key, which I'll mention in a moment, and then after those 2 steps, we're supposed to create the campaign. But the fact I did the campaign first will not hurt me either. We can always go back and edit things as needed. So anyways, let's go to our profile and set that up. Let's see, first name, last name. You know, this is, yeah, basically as you would do in WordPress, add your first name and last name. If you want to change your password, it's here too. I'm actually going to leave my first name and last name alone for demo purposes. And then your time zone is important to select as well, and here's why. As I mentioned at the very beginning of this demo video, one of the main purposes of SEO Catalyst is to be able to schedule out posts for your domains long term, so that, for instance, you could have a PBN domain scheduled out for this next year, as far as having posts on a regular basis, and you just schedule it out, don't even worry about it again. From there, everything becomes automated and automatic. So but you want to have the right time, because obviously if you don't, and you think you're publishing something on 8 a.m. on, I don't know, March 1st, it might not be 8 a.m. on March 1st where you are when it actually gets published if you don't set your time zone. So let's see, I just have to make sure my time zone is selected here, and I believe these are coming out of WordPress, so you'll recognize either your hometown or time zone itself. Let's see if I can find mine, which is Pacific. Oh, Pacific. That'll work. And then save changes. So that was easy enough, right? Now from here, you want to add your API key for iWriter. Now it's completely free to get an iWriter account and an API key. However, I just found out that you have to request the API key, and then support will get back to me within 1 business day. So obviously while I had this paused, I sent a message to support. That does not mean I cannot continue, however. You can still include your own pre-written articles. However, to get the most out of this, you definitely want to be using iWriter, because here you can get the articles, choose them, add your anchors to them. If you're writing them yourself, it kind of defeats the purpose. Of course, if you've purchased those articles from someone else and happen to have them on file, then you're in business. But you know, I think you get where I'm trying to go with this. Anyways, I happen to have a couple articles that I did in the past, and they're on file for this demo purpose, so I'll be able to show you that. So let's move forward. From here, we would go back to our campaigns and we're ready to start taking action. So let's see, we see our domain here and our campaign, and under the action tab, or not tab, but column, you can see the edit button. So I want to go ahead and edit, and we're back to this screen with our step-by-step process. Now, if I had the iWriter API key or I Need Articles API key, I would go ahead and click these. Let's actually see what happens when we click I Need Articles. I'm not sure whether or not they require an API key, so that just takes me to the website. So probably the same thing applies here. We need an API. But we can also upload our own articles. So let's see. You must add a URL first before it can automatically add and detect. So let's give this a shot. I'm going to click the upload button. And from here, I'm simply going to find my two articles. See if I can do them both. No, I guess one at a time. So it wants a zip file. So let's try and give them a freaking zip file, shall we? So there's two things here. There's a regular upload button and then upload anchors. I think I want the regular upload. You have to do both. The anchors are important because it tells SEO Catalyst what you want to rank for. And if you were to order an article from iWriter, for example, you would pick your article out, upload your anchors, and it would integrate your anchors into the article, making it highly relevant and basically tailored to get the rankings that you need and the rankings you want. But we're going to see how that all works by simply getting my articles, I believe, and adding some anchors as well. So there they are. Simple as that. What I did, let me show you the zip file real quick. This is the zip file I just created. It's very simple. It has two articles inside. When you double click each one, you'll see the content. There's the other one. So SEO Catalyst simply wants you to zip your articles. So if I had 10, I would still have the one file, right? And it extracts them and then identifies basically this. So the problem here is I've already identified the problem. To SEO Catalyst identifies the title as your first paragraph. So what we actually want to do is start over here. I'm going to delete these two, and even going to delete my zip file, and I'm going to redo it. So I'm going to call this VidSplash is an product that I was promoting earlier this week. So I'm going to call this VidSplash article number 1. Now let's see if it takes that as my title. It should. VidSplash article number 2, and then I'm just going to zip those guys and come back here once again, select the zip, boom, there's our title, and we also have the content, which is everything below the first paragraph basically. What we do not have is our anchors. So to complete these articles, we just simply need to insert our anchors. So give me a moment to do that. I'm going to pause this one more time. Probably more than that, but I'm going to pause this for the moment. Alright, so as it turns out, I'm glad I paused it because I learned a few things while I was out or away from the video. First of all, I did not have to actually go back to the source text file to add a title. What I could have done, I'm not saying I did it wrong necessarily, but what I could have done is click the edit button, and that would have brought up my article, and right there. Enter the title of your article. That's where I could have simply changed it instead, but I did it another way. Now, there's other things you can do here. For example, if you ordered an article, it might not be formatted to your standards. Play with it here, format it, do whatever you want. This is also one of 3 places you can add your anchor, the money anchor for this is the main keyword you want to rank this article, this entire article for. So before I put our anchor in, however, I need to add our target URL for each article. So, the thing is, what's the point of an article if it's not linking out to anything, right? So what we actually need to do is define our link. So let's see if I can get an a link. I'll get it from my money site, actually just a random product review, or maybe the VidSplash product review itself could be my link. Go ahead and copy the link address there, and we're going to go to URL. That's what we need to add. We're going to do that, just copy and paste, hit next. Takes us to the author screen, which is number 4. Go back to your article. Now did I do that right? Let's see. Let's make sure we have them selected. URL. I believe I did that right. Yeah, so it's saved. But this warning is still going to stay there, I guess. Anyways, now that we have our anchors defined, our URL defined, we can go ahead and add the anchors, and there's apparently 3 ways of doing that. 1, you can upload a file that has multiple anchors. 2, you can click the anchor button, which is here. Or 3, you can go back into the edit article screen, which I prefer to do. So my anchor is, let's see here. My anchor is going to be VidSplash, name of the product. So all I have to do is select that word, click anchor, see it change it up here. And what that did now is this anchor VidSplash is now going to, it's going to see this text, and that's going to become, my link out to the review that I used as my URL. Or I can use a different anchor. Let's see. Let's use a more long tail. Let's see. You got let's get rid of this. This is HTML code in the article itself. Let's think of VidSplash as a WordPress plugin. Let's just do that whole phrase or whatever you want to call it. Now that's our anchor. Save. Takes care of that article. We have our anchor there. Now the second article. Once again, we have some HTML code to get rid of. And for this one, we're going to do latest product called compliance bar. That will be my anchor. Okay. Save.